Sport Show. We're going to talk about softball because our SA girls, the Stars, have been magnificent. 66 years, Baz, if you don't mind, since they last won a state championship. Yep. And Lana, Kaesler and Maddie Cameron join us. Thanks for coming in, ladies.
Thanks
and congratulations to both of you. Have you taken those medals off at all since you won it?
It's been hard.
It's been hard, yeah. They've been attached.
Have you been attached? Hey, let's talk about the championship. I mean, seriously, I know we're being lied about, but 66 years is a long, 1956 we're talking about. Before you and I were even born. Well, I wasn't. You may have been. Were you born before then?
What was that?
1956, mate? Were you?
56?
56.
I was in the Olympics.
Okay, we're moving on from that. First game, we play New South Wales and we lose. I know there's an extra innings. I don't want to upset you girls and not make it sound like you were right there, but we're wondering if you were just sly dogging a little bit. We'll lose the first game, then we'll go on a 7-game winning streak before we get to the final. So what was the thought after the loss to New South Wales? Because it was close, extra innings. You get a chance to sit down and reflect on it. What was said after that game?
I think that first game is always sort of like you get your nerves out and you're trying to just sort of suss out the the competitiveness of the other team. So I think New South Wales were always sort of deemed the underdogs, but yeah, that first game we sort of knew what we had to do after that.
When we go into the championships here, 66-year drought, where are we sitting? Who's favourite? We're not favourite, or were we favourites? One of the favourites.
We have made the Gilly Shield final the last 2 years, so
2019 to 20, and then it was 21 was COVID.
Yeah,
so runners up 2 before this one.
Yeah. So the previous 2 we'd played New South Wales in it. The very first one we made, we gave it a good crack, but we weren't as competitive. The following year we lost in double extra innings by a run, so that was pretty heart-wrenching in Perth, and so we were pretty keen to have some revenge, and obviously playing at home, we knew we'd have a little bit of an advantage having our home grounds that we play on every week. So I don't think we were the favourites, but I think we had more of an opportunity than previous years.
In your own mindset though, having played those finals, you would have gone in a little bit confident. You would have gone in feeling that you could win the title. Was this spoken about, this 66 years? Did someone say, hey, it's about time here, boys and girls, let's do something here? Was that spoken about before the championships at all?
I think it was sort of, once we got to the finals, I think it was really
hammered in.
Were you aware of that?
We knew we hadn't been on the Shield in a very, very long time. So, it was started becoming more important for us being at home and being in front of a home crowd to actually get across the line.
That's great.
So you go on the 7-game winning streak, so you're feeling pretty good. Then we get to the semi and the prelim and the grand. Now, for the viewers, they're all on the same day. So they play a 2.5-hour semi, 2.5-hour prelim, then it's a 3-hour grand final. So you go... What I'm interested in step by step. So let's talk about the semi-final first. And you've touched on it, the 66 years. How much expectation did you feel going into the semi-final?
I think we had a lot of expectation, but we just had to do it play by play. And I think just the team culture.
Play by play. You've been watching too many media shows, haven't you?
But I think the team culture that we've built, we've just always known that it's going to be a group effort and we had to put everything into it. So I think the time that it took didn't matter. We just knew we had to break it down and just do the basics.
Okay, did the same thing apply in the prelim?
That was harder though. The prelim, we'd previously we'd mercied Victoria in our previous 2 games. We'd played them by a lot of runs. So, we were potentially a little bit complacent to start with in that game, and then knew that we sort of had to fight a bit harder to get across that line. So. Because
prelims are hardest. They're probably the hardest game of the year. The semi, the second semi, or the prelim. They're the toughest games of the year. But you belted Victoria a cup, so you end up playing them in a prelim.
Yeah.
Which you must have in the back of your mind, we can get them, and we get into that final after having success against them. So it's easy to go in complacent, isn't it?
It is.
Who's your coach?
Bill Benedictson.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did a good job?
Yeah, it was his first. It was his rookie year with the Stars this year. He took it on.
Wow.
But he game day coached really, really well. Yeah. So got us. Really knew how each player worked and worked with strategy quite well throughout the week and managed players. I mean, it was a 4-day tournament, so it's really hard to play and manage and make sure everyone's getting rested, but you're still winning games. So, yeah, he balanced it really well.
All right, let's talk about the grand final, because you think we've walked into the grand final and we know you've won it, so everyone's sitting at home going, oh, we're pretty good, aren't we? Which we are. Regular time, we've got to go in extra innings again. So, and then there's only one at home that gets us over the line. We get one home. And there's a couple of things that happen in the game. So Sarah Tonkin, for those that didn't see it, can you tell us about Sarah's unbelievable catch?
So Sarah's not usually an outfielder. She's very versatile in the positions that she played. So playing next to her in the outfield, I feel like we worked together really well. But she just put it all on the line. And I think as an outfielder, that's like the key thing to do for the team. So yeah, she was just amazing. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go and watch it, because she just fully laid out.
It's a ripper,
fully
mate.
laid out for the ball, and yeah, I think she was in shock that she caught it. So when she sort of looked at her glove and knew that she got it, yeah, it was pretty surreal for everyone.
You know, they talk about moments in sport, don't they? And you've been around, you know, moments that define where we're going. Do you sense that was a moment, you know, where we go, this is us?
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
We're good to go.
Yeah, I think we all sort of looked at Sarah, looked at each other and thought, yeah, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
You play 3 tough games in one day, 2 hour, 2.5 hour, 3 hour. Attrition rate, do we go through with the same side for the 3 games?
Yeah, I think we basically went unchanged. So that's the starting 9. And yeah, Bill did a really good job of bringing in like pinch hitters and pinch runners, so we can have sort of per inning substitutions in softball. So if you want to bring on a quicker runner for a batter that's just gotten a really good hit, so they might get around the bases a bit quicker. He did that a few times, but yeah, pretty well unchanged. A couple positionals here or there, but for the 3 games.
Yeah. You know the moment where you realise you've won it? Is it that moment where it's kind of frozen for a second, and that obviously the players that are watching, they're ready to go, and you're kind of out there and you're going, there's this moment, and then suddenly it all comes together? Did you feel a moment where it's like, oh, I can't believe it's happened, and then it starts to spin really quickly?
Yeah, I just got goosebumps.
Yeah.
No, it was, it's one of the greatest feelings. Older players who have played in past premierships and national winning title teams have just said, soak up the first 20 seconds, because it's the best 20 seconds ever. And it was like, our pitcher, Millie Fidge, is an 18-year-old debutante, and she took a diving play to finish the game. So, yeah.
You might have had a good 20 seconds, but I'll bet you had a better 24 hours. Without a doubt, I'll bet you're out. You out in town?
We definitely had some celebrations,
They're trying to remember the first 24 as opposed to the next 24 and the next 24.
That's true.
You know, though, you sit there with the medals around your neck, and sometimes we don't realise, you know, you touched on the 18-year-old. So when you're 18, you think, oh, this is easy, this is going to happen again. And you go, hang on, we understand this is a 66-year wait, you know, plus we've been runners-up twice, and you girls have been parts of those. And you go, we've done something pretty special here. And it will stay with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Do you think the group will return and want to have another crack? Same girls, all back, everyone's back?
Yeah, I think the best feeling was Lana and I have been a part of this team for over sort of 15 to 10 years, and the culture, we've had to do a lot of rebuilding. So I think we've sat on the sideline and watched the Gillies Shield and watched people win it. So I think for us winning it, it was just so surreal. And it definitely will be.
You're getting a little emotional now, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's still going.
It's a big moment.
Well,
Definitely it's the biggest in my softball career. So.
Yeah, it's bigger than us, and we recognise that. There are people before us that just got thrashed for years and years and years. So, yeah, we did it for them too.
Yeah. And you guys are not teammates. You play for different clubs.
We do, yeah. That's fair. Don't bring that up.
What is your positions? Where do you play?
I play for Sturt Falcons, and I'm in the outfield, so I play centre field.
And I play for West Torrens Eagles, and I'm the third baseman.
This is a friendship sort of thing, this team now. You know, you guys will have to realise that this is going to go on for years. You will make friendships that'll just last a lifetime. But from winning that, from 66 years, won't they?
Oh, you wait till the reunion in 10 years' time. How good
yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
were in 10 years. You'll be much better than you're telling us today. I guarantee that. Hey, it is fantastic.
Great
And
job,
obviously,
guys.
South Australians, we love our South Aussies when they win, and it's fantastic. No pressure, but you need to win it next year now. So, yeah, that's it. Really appreciate your time, girls. I know you've still got a bit of partying to do. So,
Good luck.
The Stars, our champions, 66-year drought broken by the softball girls. It was fantastic. Stay with us still. A bit more to come.